What's going on, Great Berserker? Welcome in, welcome in. Oh, we're just kinda hanging out tonight. I managed to break Chat GPT, so I gotta wait on its cooldown. It's trying to make some images, and it didn't like me. It told me I have a 5-hour cooldown now. I gotta figure out what all of that means. If it's because I kept trying to make images that it didn't like, or if it was because it's got a really low amount of uses. I'm not sure which yet. Yeah, probably not the best thing to make an enemy of. Last time I used it, it only gave me an hour cooldown when I hit the limit. This time it gave me a 5-hour cooldown. So I'm curious if it wants me. It may just want me to pay money, and it just is what it is. I don't know. I haven't done much today. This guy told me good luck, so I don't know if that means he's attacked or not. We will find out. So that'll be interesting. What else we got going on? It's pretty slow in Marvel Strike Force right now. Oh, that's cool. Well, I did the logo. I did the logo for this channel in that, and it worked out great. So I was like, well, let's try to make some emotes and things. And I may just need to give it some money. I'm perfectly okay if that's what we got to do. Because I want to do that. I want to get some sub stuff going for everybody, and I want to do some of that jazz. But it takes a minute, to teach it what you want it to do. And so usually it takes me multiple generations before I get what I want. And if it's really low, then that's a problem. Especially when you start talking about getting it to certain dimensions and things. Because I'm not an artist. But I am kind of creative. I don't do the art stuff. I did some of the art stuff back on my YouTube channel a little bit, but most of it's just very generic. Where can we go here? Do I still have stuff set up for that? Okay. So back in these days, I was doing all this stuff. Make it bigger. I'd do the little thumbnail stuff, all that kind of jazz, and do that stuff. But I haven't done any of that in a while, which is mostly just black border, a little bit of transitions, some stuff like that. I did this one when I was trying out other games where I added them all together and made the fancy font and stuff. Nothing crazy, right? I'm not super fancy. It was all pretty generic. But I haven't been doing any of that stuff. Even this is just literally just a stream pop-up. So nothing crazy. And it seems like it's doing alright, so I've just kind of been rolling with it for now. You've struggled getting your logo right size for Twitch. I've never done anything of sort, and so no. So I did these logos. So, your logo. That was my original image that I started with, and then when we did the sub badges, so I also made it for that too at the same time, and so I did all of it. ChatGPT resized it all. I just kept telling it what I wanted and how to modify it and things. It was great. It kept trying to change the X to different styles and things, and I just kept telling it no, and kept re-referencing it and telling it to resize it and do things like that, and to not distort it. And it finally figured it out down the road. It's still a little different, but it's close. It's close enough that when you see it in chat, it's not noticeable. So I'm pretty happy with it overall. So, you know, that's pretty cool. You know, because I couldn't have done that. That X thingy was way outside my skill range. My skill range is cut and paste. Hey, Bionic, welcome in, welcome in. How's it going? Oh, we're just doing a little YouTube chatting and doing a little bit of that jazz. Kind of just getting rolling for the day. Nothing crazy. We were talking about ChatGPT and logos. You know, ChatGPT told me to screw off today. So, you know, it's all good. It's just hopefully ChatGPT cools its jets and lets me use them again. He didn't like what I was trying to make. Which is fine. I'll figure it out. Which I'm not even sure I know what I want to make. We probably get one more refresh here. I'm kind of being cord cheap right now. Especially with how this raid's working out. This raid's kind of gross, and our alliance hasn't quite figured out what we want to do. Because not everyone wants to core every day, and I don't really want them to either. Like, that's a lot. That's a lot for people. Especially the more free-to-play players, like, because we are a mix of everything. So, we're trying to find the balance in this. Like, this group hasn't completed it yet. A couple guys haven't logged back in. No one's sure what we want to do. You know, coring through this wasn't very fun. We might just go for 85%. We haven't decided on what we think's best. We're still sitting. We're outside the top 100, which is never us. But it's also incredibly painful. So we might just let it be what it is for, you know, until we get another character. So you were simming the new Night Stalker team. How big is your Night Stalker team? Are you G20 across the board? Yeah, we did diff 9. And we did diff 10 on everything but the Mystic guys. A lot of complaining in Discord. Yup. No one's very happy with it. So I've heard the G20 Night Stalkers can sim. G19 Night Stalkers do not. And most of my group is like the G20 on the 2 and then G19 on the rest, right? Including myself. That's kind of, I think, my Night Stalkers also. And I had a horrible time with it. Well, it helps if I actually spell Night Stalkers instead of making up words. Let's try that. Okay, so he's 100, so I may need to put some level on. Yeah, Moon Knight's garbage. But Moon Knight might need some gear. Also, this guy needs some gear, but I have no extra Mystic gear right now. And it feels really bad to give him Mystic gear. You're G19 on 3, so basically, you've taken this guy up, and that's the difference. He's living. All 3 diamond, yeah. Well, that's what I am. I mean, I'm 3 diamond. I think I'm max abilities. Oh, I didn't do his basic. I don't care. And then I've done these 2. And when I went in there, playing the node versus actually versus simming it, my guys just got obliterated. They were all dead, which kind of felt bad. Which is fine. It is what it is. What do we got going on here? Oh, let's go. I need to go to the website. Let's go claim some stuff. Speaking of that, let's go to here. Do we have anything worth buying? We do have that. I want that. I don't know if I should be hoarding this stuff or not. I don't know. I'm just kind of like, whatever. I have a feeling we're getting screwed either way, so it doesn't matter. Oh, I don't want to do that. I'm done with this shop. So, I don't know. I might try leveling Moon Knight tonight and see what that does. Because I'm kind of got some gold. I've already leveled Lady Bullseye and Thunderstrike. Lady Bullseye's done. She's maxed out. Thunderstrike, I believe, is also maxed out. Right? We did Thunderstrike also. Also, Thunderstrike is the most clunky character ever. I don't know what he's going to be good for. He's an interesting character. He wants to be striker because of how he plays, but so does what's his name? Blastar. Like, feels clunky. Everything about him feels clunky. Look at you. You got fancy things. So, I don't know. I don't think we plan to use him anytime soon. He's kind of on a bench warmer right now. I mean, we took him up anyways because eventually he's gonna have trials and things that they're gonna build stuff around him. Like, I'm not worried about it. Like, we'll eventually use him, right? It's just not today. It just might be a month from now when we have some more stuff. I'm collecting things on the website, so bear with me, guys. And let's get stuff in here. Some energy. Okay. Collect some things. Spend some energy. I'm kind of hoarding cores. Like, I know this is a core spending event, but I don't know. I'm just not really feeling spending all my cores on stuff right now. And I don't even know what I want to spend my cores on. You're not bothering with getting her to 5-star for him. I need to see him in action before I make that rash decision. That's fair. I think Lady Bullseye is really good. I don't know where yet, though. I haven't made that decision. I think she has a really nice kit. I just don't know how we use her or where we use her or where she makes that impact. We tried using her into something she had no business playing into, which is not great. My favorite... Oh, this is Swordmaster Diamonds. Those are better than Spider-Man Diamonds. She's on the new raid team. Yeah, but the new raid team's looking like meh at best. And maybe she plays there, but I also kind of think that she might be the person that doesn't play with them because they're kind of meh. It's kind of the impression I get with her. Maybe. I'm not sure. You know, because if they're kind of meh, you just take the best character and then leave the meh, right? You know, that's kind of my impression for them. Also, I don't know why we claimed this, but I'm doing it anyways. Because I know it's not here right now. I do think they're going to sim really low stars. Whatever that is. Are we feeling lucky? I got a Swordmaster Diamond. Oh, we got one of these too. Oh, another 2. Okay, I'm not feeling lucky. Maybe Sebastian will change my mind. Oh, a 3. Now I'm feeling lucky. Oh, and then nothing. Even though I don't need Sebastian. Ooh, we got 2 of these. Gold. Brick. Gold. Brick. We lose. Oh well. I hate opening those orbs. Like, ever since Spider-Man, I don't even want to open those orbs. They make me feel so bad. They don't feel like good orbs to open. We do love seeing purple gear, or mystic gear, so that's great. It reminds you of Alpha Flight. Yeah, but Alpha Flight's really good. Like, Alpha Flight was a phenomenal team. North Star's still being used today, right? I'm not sure. I do kind of think the Iron Fist team's going to be similar to that. It's going to be a little sticky, but I don't think it's going to be good. It's kind of why I'm putting it right now. Especially after seeing how Purple 5's playing in the game right now, right? Like, we go in here and tack something with Purple 5, and you get annihilated. Like, literally annihilated. Like, Purple 5 is stupid. And that team isn't going to do well in the Purple 5. I'll even show you guys, like, this was a team the old Brimstone team, I was beating it with some of the Iron Fist guys. They were surviving the initial barrage, and now they're just dead. Where is it? Okay, he put Blue Marvel in there, that's fine, whatever. And we come in here. I was saving some stuff. This team was beating this before Blue Marvel with APOC, but they weren't purple 5 yet. They were like purple 4 and 3 diamond. So now it's the damage is so high before rune buffs that, like, how do you live that? You have to sack it. It's like a guaranteed sack now. And these are guys that have damage reduction, by the way. The Iron Fists do have damage reduction. You know, he's got his charged. He should take less damage. These guys are going to take less damage because of it. And pow. Oh, he lived. Barely. She died on that hit. But look how much damage they're still taking. Like, this wasn't that much damage before. Everybody lived before. Now everybody's dead. Literally. That's crazy. That's our new character, Quasar. That's Odin, who has, like, some of the most HP in the game. That's damage reduction characters. Purple 5 made that so dumb. And everyone's purple 5ing that team. So, yeah. Kinda crazy. And we didn't even get the Blue Marvel's turn, by the way. That was just us getting obliterated by Brimstone. Blue Marvel did nothing. So, we did win round 1, by the way. My guy attacked like 23 hours into the 24-hour period. I can't stand people that attack like that, but he did. I'm glad I won. We did pick up the dub. New phone? Who's this? I don't know. Stranger. We don't know who we are. So welcome in, Walking Hate. We did get a dub. It only took us 23 hours to find out. My favorite kind of Crucible opponents. So, I did throw one round, or one fight in here. We one-shot him across the board. He was really heavy offense. You know, we did F4 into his Brimstone team in 1. We did Blastar in the Fred. Nothing crazy. We tried to Thunderbolt Undying. Don't do that. It doesn't work. I was like, oh, Thunderbolts get extra speed when you get hit. Surely they'll be fine if they kill some Gregs. That was a bad plan. I should have just taken Kestrel and dealt with it and played like a real person. Oops, you did it again? What'd you do? Are you just a hip-hop artist now? Britney Spears? Not me, you. Can Vigilante beat Brim in Crucible? If they survive, I would be nervous because most people don't have a big Electra. So if Electra dies to overpower, then Brimstone probably wins. If Electra lives, you probably win. I faced my own boss, King Sheet. Thank God I was on his alt account. Nice, Bionic. Did you win? But yeah, we came in and cleaned this up. That was our throw. We used Immortal into this team because there was no null, so we were pretty happy to do that. No problem. We used Insidious into his Immortal team. No problem again. Nice and clean. And then we Daemon one-shot as Xavier because Black Knight. And I'll show you guys that one. That one was pretty fun. So we came in here and we got her done. We came in and blasted everything out of existence. Just like we wanted to. Came in with Yo-Yo, some extra damage. Boom, boom, everything died. We made sure Daemon didn't get the darkness. Came in, hit our buttons. Yo-Yo had to hit stuff. And Daemon with offense up because of Xavier. Goes pop, pop, and everything dies. And we also brought Yo-Yo because he didn't have a Nightcrawler or anything to stop him. Oh, my headset's dying. Oh, that's not good. This headset's not charged either. Alright, well, we'll deal with that problem. Hey, welcome in, Cookies. So yeah, 5192, that's a good score. Hopefully that gets his butt kicked. So yeah, we got that taken care of, no problem. We may have to do some battery swapping throughout this stream because it looks like I didn't leave my charger on long enough to charge the other battery. So we'll deal with that problem. Because I don't know if I have a cable that goes into the headset. Alright, well there's our attacks. Let's go see what he did to us, right? That's always fun. We'll start here. He Starjammers my Starjammers junk because he didn't know where to use Starjammers. So I'm okay with that. He Mephisto Kahori or Mephisto Kestrel this team. I don't know how I feel about this one. I'm very mixed. Because Kestrel makes this very good. You already want to put Kestrel with Mephisto and Kahori, but it is kind of forcing the Mephisto Kahori together. But I don't know if you would have Mephistoed other places if you didn't have to do this. I'm not sure. I'm kind of still debating this one. Because this is very clean for him, right? This isn't a very, very ugly matchup. But it's not Daemon coming in here. He didn't even have... He had Daemon on defense. But I don't think Daemon would have worked. So I found this interesting. I also kind of think it forces it because of how many characters you have to bring to do this. It forces the Mephisto and the Kahori, which I don't know. You know, not everybody died. Things lived. The leader's full health. I don't know. It took some turns at least, but was it like crazy? Nah. But I don't know if I'm upset with it. I get kind of viewing Fred as kind of a throwaway room these days. Because you have Fred on defense, Blastar comes and says hello, right? It's just kind of what happens. Anything other than that feels bad. That's kind of my impression of him right now. Because he's impossible to protect. Let's go back here. I'll just click buttons until we figure it out. This was one of the last rooms he attacked, and he was smart enough to sack it before he went in there, right? Sacked it, pulled Blue Marvel's ultimate. It got annihilated, but it's supposed to, right? And then he went in with Immortal X-Men, which made sense at that point. So my room was kind of a success, but it kind of also was a failure at the same time because it was an easy cleanup. So I don't know how I feel about this. Do I feel like this is an expensive room, or do I feel like it's a cheap room? I don't feel like it was bad. You know, he pulled abilities. It is what it is. I don't believe so. Blue Marvel murdered everybody. Helverine took his turn, which that was probably the worst part of this whole thing, is Helverine took his turn too, because Helverine could have gotten his turn in the other matchup, but it's fine. I don't think Blue Marvel got to take a turn in the secondary hit. I don't think. We'll go watch, but I don't think he took a turn. Or maybe he got the basic. I think he basicked, and so it was kind of hard to tell. Because he took Immortal X-Men as the secondary hit, and all my characters were on special at that point, right? So all my characters are on special, now they're on basic. It's pretty hard to pull a win out of that. It is what it is. I was hoping he'd try jammers into it, or something like that. He did try jammers somewhere, by the way. It wasn't ideal. So Blue Marvel takes his turn before Immortal X-Men, which is exactly what we theory crafted. Oh, do we have problems? Oh, my screen got all screwed up. Hold on. Why does it do that? It just decides it's going to resize itself. Okay, that should be fixed. So, then they just get in here and get her done. Yeah, I'm still in my normal alliance. I'm still in NWO drop. Oh, you're talking to Bionic? So yeah, this just gets it done. I mean, At this point, there's nothing really scary about this matchup, right? Because Immortal gets their speed up and then they just go like a bajillion turns. And we're on basic, which if they didn't do what they did, Blue Marvel would have done his ultimate on them and would have put Disrupt on them all, and they would have not gotten speed up and all stood there like a turtle, which is exactly what we wanted them to do. That was the exact plan, and we saw that other people took turns. Blue Marvel, Phoenix Force, Quasar, in-game Thanos, and Room 4s. What would you recommend? Blue Marvel, Phoenix Force, Quasar, in-game Thanos. Why are we not just Mephisto cohoring that? I think you just Mephisto cohort it. They don't have any speed bar stop. They don't have any speed stat stop. You just go faster than them and then blast off their entire face. Just don't murder yourself. I think you'll be fine. It's in 4, so you got to make sure blast are perma kills, but it should be fine. Berserker. He does, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. It's kind of another weakness of Blue Marvel. Like, they added that mechanic, but it's not really that crazy, I don't think. It's 300% piercing. Mephisto can take 300% piercing and live. Mephisto is also one of the tankiest characters in the game. And Mephisto's got 21 million health. I think he's fine. That one hit's not going to kill him, I don't think. I think what that one hit's supposed to kill is APOC. I think that's who it's intended to kill. And older characters. I think Blue Marvel's to help phase out some of the old meta, more so than it is to do anything else. So he came in and did pretty normal hits. Congratulations. What are we congratulating? Also, welcome in. Welcome in, Shed Bill. Thank you for the follow. Did it not announce you? Why did it not announce you? That's not nice. It should have announced you. I guess we'll just play with that and see what happens the next time. This streamer's a noob, by the way, if you haven't figured it out yet, guys. I know nothing about streaming. So, this is where I think my opponent made his mistake. He came in and he accursed my Xavier. And I think everything went wrong from that point on. Which was fine, we know accursed can beat kind of some bad Xavier rooms, which this isn't a great Xavier room, right? It's an average Xavier room. It's got Mephisto in there to deal with Daemon problems. It's got Nightcrawler in there to deal with you trying to slow him down and beat him that way. It's got a big pre-taunt in the way that makes the curse take extra turns. Like, nothing crazy here, right? So nothing crazy here. They just kind of get her done. But I think this was a trap, right? Because I think there's one other room that we haven't shown yet that kind of requires a cursed. And it kind of screams, use a cursed here, right? Does anyone know what it is? Hey, old timey, welcome in. What's going on? So, he came in, got her done. Eventually, a curse gets this win. They don't even have a problem with this. Nice and clean. Which, I think this room would have been a trouble room for him if he didn't have a cursed here. But I also think... Oh, welcome in, Raiders. Hi, Raiders. Welcome in. We are getting ready to do Crucible, so you're a great time. We were just kind of looking over round 1 defense, so nobody got to see that, because this guy didn't attack till 23 hours in. So, welcome in. Yeah, literally just in time. Also, you guys get to see my top secret room 6, which I think is the reason I won my Crucible. So, you guys really joined at the right time. And by top secret, I mean I show my defense, so I don't care. So, room 6. Here's room 6, guys. Here's my room 6. It got it. He didn't clear it. He tried to Starjammers it because he used as a curse and he had no other options. He took it in there, found out it had no chance, which it made sense because Starjammers lose to a curse, so I don't know why he tried that. This is what his real attempt tried, and it got annihilated because of it. Yeah, he made a boo-boo, and I think he made a boo-boo because he took a curse. If he would have taken a curse here, he may have had a shot, but I don't know if he had an answer for everything. So he tried to kill it with this. But Odin's fast, right? Azazel's fast because he has no speed bar, because his Britain's on defense. His Xavier's on defense too, which is a problem for him, which is probably why he struggled so much with this room. Odin says, I go fast. And I make my other teammates go fast. And just goes to town. He keeps this, by the way. And then at this point, he's like out of attacks on what he can do. I think his last one is even worse. You know, even reviving and things, like he just did nothing. Odin's now sitting here on 4-stack charged, going into round 3. That is a problem. Even though Odin barely got his battlefield effect up, 4-stack charge is a problem. I think there's one answer that makes sense for this room. Maybe there's a 2, but it's not a lot. And that one answer is like an auto one-shot for that room, which is fine. And I've said I'm okay if they do that to me. Because I'm taking that tool off the field. And it's not this. I think it was a cursed. I think they're supposed to take a curse in the 6, force that matchup, and then they no longer have a curse to deal with my other rooms, right? That's the idea. While also banning jammers out of a room. Or 2. You know. He tried to do this, but Odin's uncharged. Odin uncharged and basic's gonna swipe you out of existence. So, problem for him. No clear. Meanwhile, I only dropped 1. So, this was my room from week 1, by the way. I still like this room a lot, even though most people don't, because it does lose to a cursed. A cursed mirror wins, right? And we don't need to watch it from here. Odin just swipes him out of existence. So, I didn't get quite the test information I wanted out of that. We didn't change a single thing. We're rocking the same rooms for round 2. No changes. Little Deuce over here, or Ilduce, or however I pronounce his name. We're gonna go with Ilduce. Is rocking some pretty okay rooms. I think he one-shot across the board. So I'm definitely concerned about that, because I feel like I should also want to one-shot across the board. I don't know if I can do that. We'll see. That's a lot to ask for. He does have Starjammers. He has Illuminati. He has Immortal X-Men. He has a Cursed. He has Blast Star. He's got all the tools, right? He can rock and roll. Now, he does not have Daemon, which I would have loved to have seen Daemon on offense, but that's okay. We'll figure out what to do with that. Daemon on defense, I don't think is very good, so that's kind of good. He's also not playing with Strange, which means he is not going to turbo tap you, which means you can probably take something in there that's mid, if you have to, and get away with it. My question is, how do I one-shot this room? I think I have to Fantastic for it, because that's my only like really big team I have available. It's also my only team that deals with Mephisto. Even if it doesn't one-shot, I think that's my option for my first hit, because I need to deal with Mephisto. So I think we're looking at something like maybe F4. So I have a couple thoughts. F4 Daemon. Strange could potentially win. It is risky as all get out, because I don't know that Daemon Strange by himself can kill a G19 Nightcrawler. I think the answer is no. Hey Walt, welcome in. How's it going today? We are just now sitting down and starting to look at Crucible. We just went through defense, showed off what I had going on. So now we're starting to talk about offense, running the same defense as last round. So, and if you're interested in any of that, just let me know. I'm happy to show you. But welcome in, welcome in. So, can we one-shot Nightcrawler is my first question. I don't know. He is getting buffed by Mephisto. He is also he's at like we'll call him 9 million HP, so we'll probably call him 11. It's in the range of Daemon can do it. He'll also have offense up from Xavier because Xavier's in the room. F4 would stop Mephisto. F4 would stop Mephisto's empowered effect. F4 goes first, then Daemon goes. All of them go before. Actually, who goes first? I think Nightcrawler. I think F4 goes before Nightcrawler, right? Because of the speed. Because Nightcrawler is only like 120 with the 50%. Meanwhile, F4 is gets a 45%, but they're faster. We need to do some math there, probably. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about right now. Is F4 Daemon? The other option that we could consider. Oh, true. MX stops it. You're correct, Roggles. Good call. Good call. So Daemon's first. Which F4 Daemon's still fine though. Daemon's first. So it's actually Nightcrawler first, Daemon next, which is fine because we can take the tank. Well, they won't take the tank. Won't work. The tank actually gets stopped by Xavier. I did win the first round, Walt. We are 1-0. We are 1-0 with this defense. We are rocking some weird stuff. We have Blue Marvel on defense. We are hybrid accursed. We are weird. And we're having fun with it. We're doing some strange things just for the funsies. We have Undying on defense. All kinds of fun stuff. So, I still think F4's fine, even though we go into Emma. You need Medusa Daemon for 6. I don't need Medusa, because Nightcrawler's going to put the crap back up anyways. I may not be able to do what I want to do with Daemon. I may have to just make an F4 comp, which is fine. F4 comp, I think, can still get it done. We may have to just do, like, F4 and some taunts and things. Something along, or not taunts, but stuns. Is kind of the direction I'm leaning. Now, we will have to deal with Nightcrawler's mechanics, which is annoying, but it might be, like, what comes to my mind is maybe Invisible Woman, Franklin. I don't know who's better, Mr. Fantastic or Johnny. It might be Johnny, if I'm being honest. Maybe it's Mr. Fantastic. I don't know. Not sure. It's going to be a third F4. We'll put Johnny here for now. We have to deal with Nightcrawler's dodges, which I think that means we have to take Yo-Yo and target X, because that'll be after Nightcrawler takes his turn. And F4 is really here for Franklin removes them. Yep, you're right. So that's an option for a slot. I think we're gonna take Black Cat for sure, probably. Though she's tied with Franklin, so that's kind of a problem. We may have to think about other options for controlling Xavier, which I'm not sure who that is yet. Because I don't have Havoc, which is kind of annoying. I wish I had Havoc, because Havoc's slow enough that he could go. Yo-Yo Black Cat. So the problem with Black Cat is she's speed time with Franklin, right? But Yo-Yo Black Cat would work, because Yo-Yo would guarantee it removed, and then Black Cat goes, which is fine. Black Cat's faster. Isn't she 131 and Franklin's 131? Am I crazy about speed? I don't ever remember these guys because I hate F4. I hate the team. I think they're the most boring team in the game. Where's Franklin? Is he 130? He's 131. Is a Black Cat 131? Am I crazy? She's 132. Okay, I'm an idiot. And Yo-Yo's 140. Which Yo-Yo can... We can do Yo-Yo and Black Cat, that's fine. Franklin doesn't have to go before them. That's perfectly fine. We're gonna push some ults anyways, which maybe Black Cat doesn't even matter. We might be just trying to flat out kill him. It might be the way we're playing this. If we're flat out killing him, then we need to rethink our plan a little bit. Because if we're pushing ults, then we're just pushing ults, right? We're not trying the... We're just dealing with it through them. Which might mean we're playing like Songbird and stuff. Possibly. If we're going that route. I mean, we can flat out kill him. It's not a problem. You know, if we're doing Invisible Woman, Franklin, because we push these guys ults, we're clearing with Black Cat anyways, right? Black Cat's basically doing nothing. We're just having to kill Xavier before 127 comes up. Which if you're doing that, I mean, you probably take this guy anyways. Just for the speed stop, and for his effects down the road if you get that far. Then you bring 2 DPS, and you just try to kill him. No, I think they were in a different room. I think Franklin's Raider. Yeah, Franklin's Raider, she's Striker. And he's got Fortifier. Or my normal ISOs. I think they were in the, for round 1, they were in room 1, so they're all Strikers. Yeah, it's probably like Songbird, which we might consider purple 5 on her. I haven't made that decision yet. I have some. I think she's a good contender for it. Daemon's too fast is the problem. Daemon's going to hit in the dodges, which is kind of gross. You know, Daemon's going to hit in the dodges. That's not great. Yeah, Quasar kind of creates the RNG problem because you don't want to get Nightcrawler stunned, which is probably correct. Correct. I may need to figure out who I want my Striker. I need to figure out who's highest damage. I think it might be him. I would love if it's him. He's 1180. What's Invisible Woman? Oh, not even close. She's gonna nuke the crap out of me. Do we consider anything other than that? Do we want to nerf her damage? We can nerf her damage. I don't know. Not taking the mind controls on her sounds kind of nice. 20% more damage from not having it on her is probably pretty equivalent, right? I would think. Even though we lose that Striker hit, I'd rather him took him. So, Fort Rita is 1180. Striker Invisible Woman is 13 something. As I just flopped it. $13.80. Xavier's is, well, one, Xavier, or Null puts the thing on the highest damage, right? So him taking the darkness is good. That would be awesome. Now, Null pings the fastest character, I believe, right? Not the highest damage. That's how his ping works. Yeah, highest damage will get darkness. And no longer be the highest damage. So, we'd love if the darkness went on Mr. Fantastic. Because then we're not nerfing her damage. That's what I'm thinking. That's exactly what Kevin just says, what I was thinking. Because we're nerfing her, if we nerf her damage by 20%, that's worse than, just losing 200k damage, right? We'd rather nerf his damage when he's just going to be standing there as a bozo. That sounds way better. So something along that line. So purple 3 is perfectly fine. And I don't even think we can promote her to purple 4 if we wanted to, because it probably messes everything up. So she'd have to be a raider. I need to go check him too, though. He might be problems also, because he's purple 5. He very well could be high damage. Oh no, he's fine. 1160. So Fantastic has him beat at 1180. So Raider 5 is fine. I don't know if Raider 4 pushes above this. It's close. So we're not going to find out. And then Quasar and Songbird should both be fine, because she's purple 4, 952. And Quasar, whatever he is, I think he's in the 800s. I'm pretty sure. He's 8 something. Which he could go purple 4 and be fine. You did it with Professor X and No Darkness. And we're just going to try to kill through. Which I think's fine, because we have no tanks to go through, right? So we're going to get to do our stuff. And we just go all in on him. Start pushing maybe some specials down the road. So Striker on Mr. Fantastic, I think, is going to be less damage, because we gain a lot of damage for Fortifier. Fortifier 5. Because Fortifier 5 is 40% damage increase, right? So he's 1180 here. Striker 3 takes him to... which is a 30%. I mean, I'm not saying Striker 5 isn't good. It's 1142, so he has more damage as Fortifier 5 than he does Striker 3. Now, he might pass that even more with Striker 4, but again, do I want to really do that? I don't know. I don't think so. He's not an amazing character as a Striker. Trying to be reasonable. Right. Which, I'm not that rich on purple 5. I'm mostly sitting on the stuff from, I'm still sitting on the stuff from the Blue Marvel event. I'm not sure what I want to do with it yet, because I'm not in the market to buy more of that stuff. It's too expensive. We spent way too much money this week. Yeah. So we're trying to manipulate where we can, which I think this will work. This is just flat out, we're just trying to pummel your character out of existence. And even if this doesn't work, as long as we can kill enough things, or at least make Mephisto dead, we're fine, right? We can come in and deal with the problems, but I think this is fine. We come in, we probably push Alt on Franklin and Invisible Woman, and then maybe specials on the other characters. Songbird hits in the dodges. Isn't this guy going to go first, put dodges out, and then isn't one of these two getting in the dodges? Isn't what's going on? Because they're not unavoidable? I'm pretty sure. Songbird's faster. Oh, just because she's 132. And she's not unavoidable. Is there a better unavoidable character that we can bring other than Songbird? I guess is my question now. But you're right. She is not unavoidable. Correct. Above Strain, or above Xavier, but unavoidable. I mean, she's not bad. She's gonna do first damage. She's gonna mostly hit in the dodges, though. I mean, it's a thought. You don't need unavoidable, but slower than Franklin. So slower than Franklin, but faster than Xavier. 128. You know who is 128? It's our new character. She can play, and I think she is unavoidable, not him. Why does he come up but not her? Her. Yeah, Songbird special cannot be dodged, which is the thought too. Cannot be dodged. 350% offense up. Um, if you special, it's offense up. She is kind of on the smaller side though, on the one-shot plan. But she does put slow out. I think she only puts slow out on the ultimate though, which is kind of the problem because Xavier's just gonna make it go away, right? Hmm. Yeah, she won't before Xavier's turn. She's faster than Xavier. She is 128. So she'll go before Xavier, but she's not gonna. Xavier's just gonna make it go away, right? Songbird special is pushable. And maybe that's what we do. We just Songbird special. Songbird special, Franklin ultimate, Invisible Woman ultimate. Hopefully at that point things just die. This is kind of low damage if we're using specials. This is okay damage, but actually this is good damage, but she's on the small side because she's only 640. I think she's kicked out. She's a good option down the road. I think she's a bad option today. I think she's too little damage for what we want to do. I think we're still back on the Songbird plan. I think we're specialing with her on X. I think we're alting with these two, and we're specialing with him. And hopefully by that point Xavier's dead. And then we deal with the rest of the problems. And we have no strikers. Striker? I mean, I think that's fine. Do we striker her? She goes first? Probably not. I'd really like her to be a striker, but we don't want to mess with all that crap because of ISO problems. He could be a striker, but again, ISO problems. Do we need any of those characters? Blast our friends are probably coming over here. We're gonna just deal with Kahori hitting us in the face. Kahori's not a striker. I would be tempted to scrim Songbird and target X to get vulnerables on him. That's not the worst idea. Just for the guaranteed versus having the Raider hit. I'm not against that. I lose a little bit of damage. Actually, I don't think it's very expensive. How much does it cost to upgrade from 3 to 4 after you've already done 1? It's still just 74k. I guess that's fine. It's not that unreasonable, right? Sure. I mean, still having one striker for Quasar to hit into seems fine, and I think as long as we're stopping the making Mr. Fantastic use his abilities as a non-invisible woman, it's a lot better situation. Night Stalkers can play here with that. Night Stalkers and Spider-Man can play here. I have speed up characters that can play here probably, but The only bad thing is we might be dealing with Kahori problems. Kahori wants to hit into controllers. I don't know who all is a controller out of my normal Blastar friends. Probably some of them. Nightcrawler is a controller. Pav, I think, is not a controller, right? He's a brawler. What's Pav? I have a Kahori. Kahori can play. Kahori might be able to tank the hits for me. He's a brawler. Because we probably need to use... We can probably use Kahori. We can probably use... We need a Kahori Pav speed up character, or Pav Old Man Logan probably. Something along that lines. Could probably work. Is Old Man Logan gonna take the hit? Is that the problem? Because of the focus? Because doesn't he get a bajillion focus? I'm pretty certain he gets a bajillion focus. Don't you get a bajillion focus? 200%? Yeah. Yeah, he does. 242%. Great. What happens if you're a fortifier? That's a little better. That might be actually able to be overcome. What's Kahori have? Where is Kahori? 123. People are making me work for stuff. I hate it. That's still less. Old Man Logan might not be able to play. He might just be dead. Even his fort. She needs purple 4 to beat him. That's annoying. That's annoying. Dang it. Do I need Old Man Logan? Can I just bring 2 speed up characters? I probably can just bring 2 speed up characters. Kahori, 2 speed up characters, screw Old Man Logan, Blastar, and Patriot. I don't see why that wouldn't work. So Old Man Logan's available. Because we have Nightcrawler? No, Nightcrawler's on defense, right? I think he's on defense. He's on defense. And we're talking big times playing here. Pav's being used. Who else do I have as a speed up character that can play? Does it have to be a speed up character? Can it be Yo-Yo? They're getting speed bar from Fred. It needs to be semi-fast. Speed up to, or speed bar 20% to Fred is 120, 12, 132, 144, right? That's fast. Needs to be speed up. Could slow it down with Emma, but that still leaves me short charges, especially with no Old Man Logan. Is Emma a controller? I think she is, right? Or is she a support? Does she have good focus? She is a controller. Ooh. Okay, Emma could protect. We're still out 1 character slot, but I think that's okay. So Emma, Blastar, Patriot. Maybe we can't go Patriot. We have to go speed up plus Kahori. Old Man Logan, maybe no Patriot. Possibly. I don't love that. How big is he? Oh, he's 6. We're fine. No Patriot. Okay. That's just being a bully. Because his plan's not bad. You know, he's kind of protecting him just because Kahori's there. I also have the problem with Kahori's going to hit people. And that's not going to feel good. Especially on old characters. And it's nice that he didn't make him striker. That was nice of him. Can I do better than that? What if I just immortaled this? I mean, immortal works. It's just not clean. Why am I not just immortaling this? You immortal stun Kahori, probably. I mean, let's just see. Can I stun Fred? I highly doubt I can. Can't stun Fred. Everybody can't be stun Fred. Oh no, Fred's on this girl. You still can't stun Fred. Doesn't matter. You stun Kahori anyways because Kahori's in the middle. That way you can stun other people as best you can. You go all in on Fred, make him dead. It does shut down the assists. It's not clean. It opens up Blaster to go Blaster other things, which Blaster could blast off this room. That's no problem. It's less good blasting off this room because now I have to deal with Super Scroll problems. I would rather Immortal this room. Immortal still does have problems in this room because he's going to go first because of speed up, and then this guy's going to try to tactical nuke my G19 character out of existence. I don't love any part of that matchup. But I also don't love taking Blastar in here with speed up characters with buffs and getting super scrolled. Every part of that sounds horrible too. Storm goes before Daemon. 132. Oh, because of the speed bar fill. Correct. So yeah, I like Immortal in this room a lot better then. I like Immortal a whole lot better in this room. So we're committed to Immortal 4. So Superior 6 is going to come play here. I'm just going to deal with that problem that way. I don't know what I'm dealing with this room. I don't really care. It's got no speed bar. It's just slow. We'll figure that room out. Or back to this problem. Dealing with a Kahori. Dealing with a Kahori that wants to tactical nuke my Blaster team out of existence. Emma can slow them down. Emma also deals with my focus problems. She'll take the Kahori hits. That's not bad. It also means Old Man Logan can play. He can probably play as a striker. Can't be a scrim, which we hate because we like assists and we like that kind of stuff. Bring Scientist Supreme and Ultimus for the Blastar support instead of speed uppers. So Scientist Supreme would go super fast, 75% speed, get the basic, slow one person down. She is support. I don't know why you'd want to bring Ultimus. Ultimus doesn't do like anything, right? No taunt, nothing. I kind of get the idea though. Yeah, there's no taunt. We are having to deal with Fred going fast, right? Which is kind of what I'm thinking about right now. I've got a Kahori somewhere in here. The other thought is, can Daemon do this room? I feel like Daemon's scary though. I think IXM can do this room, Trezo. My thought process was IXM deals with 4 really well. IXM and 4 looks really, really tempting. Mainly because my options for Blastar is like speed up. I don't have Mephisto. I have a Kahori So I have like half of the normal like Blastar pieces that people use. So I have to be a little tricky on where I use Blastar because I'm kind of limited. Now I don't have to Blastar any of this stuff, right? I mean, Blastar still does stuff, but I mean, and Blastar and friends could technically play in 5 too. It doesn't matter. But 5's kind of a garbage room. We can figure something out. You know, we have Night Stalkers available. We got stuff. Kohori's gonna ping double tap, right? Ping double tap. Do we bring a tank? You have to. It's mandatory for the content. We're gonna Blastar. Blastar's too good to not use. It seems wrong to not use Blastar, right? I think we have to Blastar. And I think these two are like mandatory locks because that's 2 hits because they're not stopping speed. I'm leaning towards Emma because that kind of gets us down to a reasonable speed that we can bring characters. And she also protects our controllers. I do have Thundernuts. I don't know what to do with Thundernuts. He kind of seems like a bad character. He calls in assists, he's slow, he wants to get hit, so he pings them back, but he has no damage, and everything about Thundernuts makes no sense. The character feels like a monstrosity. He's competing with Frankenstein as far as a kit goes. 1 hero, 2 heroes, 3 villain. Vulture don't do much. Vulture's also nice against Spirit or Insidious. Though 20% for Vulture at 127 and 10% slow, I think does make him fast enough to play if we wanted to use him. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying I think we can play it if we had to. I think we're playing. I'd love to put a tank in here, but I don't think there's room. That's my problem. Kang could technically play. Kang's a blaster, so he at least and Pav could play. Both of them are fine. I think we're going to take 1 speed up, though. It's probably Pav. And I think it's Old Man Logan. That's what I think we're taking, but we're going to take 2 hits from Kahori. Do we think Kahori kills either of these characters? Because bad things happen if Kahori kills people. If we drop someone and wanted to take a tank, we drop Old Man Logan. He's probably the character we drop. And play with the speed up instead. And you bring a tank. If I brought a tank, we bring probably Black Knight. I mean, he's there. It's probably something like this. One, two, three. We're gonna take 2 hits. Black Knight's gonna smash your character out of existence for the most part. Emma's gonna take 10% off Fred. Fred's gonna fill 20%. Yeah, we'll do strikers for assist for sure. 100%. Do we want less assists? So make sure Blastar assists. We might not want all those striker hits. Yes, this is room 1. We might not want all these striker hits because Blastar, we want to make sure Blastar gets charges. If we're killing them, that's bad. Also, killing Fred and forcing a revive is bad too. So 5 hitting Fred is bad. In some degree, right? I'm gonna leave her scrim for sure because we need her to have more focus than her, right? We don't want her getting hit. He can be a striker, that's fine. I don't see any reason he can't hit stuff. Actually, he's not taking a turn. His attack's stupid. You can be a striker for sure. And I think you can be a striker. I think we're gonna make these 3 strikers, leave her scrim, Fortifier on him. No. He does not. I think that's how we want to run it, I think. And the main thing we're doing is just make sure we don't get murdered. You think Scrim Kahori? I'm not against Scrim Kahori. I usually Scrim like most of this team. Scrim Kahori does give us striker hits. I like striker hits. That seems more than reasonable. I think this is fine. Blast our team, Night Stalkers, Insidious, or Sinister Six, whatever. Immortal, Trash, F4. You won't have vulnerables for Blaster if you do that comp. Let's take a look. What do we need to swap? We need less strike or more scrim. More scrim's fine. Honestly, we don't even need the striker hits. Blaster is the only one we want strike. Yeah. Scrim Pab for some on-spawn vulns. That seems more than fair. Honestly, this is fine. We just don't want to not kill Fred. We can get him low, and we'll murder everything else. She's Raider, so she's not striker hitting us. All these other characters should be slow enough that we'll be fine. Let's go. Yeah, Pav's giving some Vulns out too. Pav's going to put a set of Vulns out. Kahori's going to double stack some Vulns. I think he can be striker. And we'll purposely make sure that we get some hits there. I think these two can be striker. Everybody else is scrim. We're not trying to eat them all. We're trying to let Battle Blaster get some stacks. And we can target some other stuff, because we generally do overkill Fred. Now, we don't have Patriot, which sucks. And I just don't think... If we took Emma out, I think we're too slow. Are we too slow with Emma? The big thing she's doing is she's protecting us from the focus. I think this is fine. I'm not overthinking this. We are 5-stack sending it, though. I think we're 100% 5-stack sending this because we don't have Iron Patriot. Goes on Emma, that's what we wanted. This goes over here on Fred. More on Fred. No Kestrel. No room. I know everybody likes bringing Kestrel, but I don't have space for her. Get in there, Blastar. Get it done. Okay, he's nice and low. We're going to leave him there. 4-stack, we're going to go... One will definitely kill him. I think she dies. I think she dies. I don't know that these two die. And we want to pause, so I think we're going to go one more round. Just to be on the safe side. We'll basic over here on her. Now we'll blast off. This kills everybody. We'll take our hit, it's fine. And we'll sit here for 3 minutes and hang out. I would have loved to have brought Kestrel. I think character number 1 that I wanted to bring was Iron Patriot, because that would have reduced our turns. But maybe Kestrel's better than Iron Patriot. I really haven't thought that one through on who's better than who if you only can fit one, right? Kestrel feels like the character you fit when you bring Mephisto, because Mephisto kind of like eliminates how many stacks you have to build, right? Because if you bring Kahori and Mephisto, you get 4 stacks just from those two. So that's when I kind of think you can fit Kestrel in. When you don't have Mephisto, I think it's hard to fit Kestrel into the matchup. I do have a G20 Kestrel, though. Yeah, an Iron Patriot, right. And then you hit the 3-stack, and you get the Kestrel, and you get, like, 28-20 or whatever it is, right? It's just super easy. You don't have to pause. It's just easy peasy. But since we don't have room for all that, We needed the Emma to take that damage, because look how much damage that we ended up taking because of Emma. Like, Emma's basically dead. That would have been Kohori. Um, Also, Black Knight took 50% of the damage too. Like, Black Knight's not full health there. So without those two characters there, I think we got kind of blasted. I think that's what he's trying to do with that comp, right? So we didn't want to play in that. It would have been even worse if he had him as strikers, because I would have had to somehow figure out how to make Echo fit, and that would have been ugly. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that would have worked. Yeah, my Mephisto's on defense. I'm playing Mephisto with Xavier. Yes, that's my Discord pinging. they're they're talking. They're all talking about the new raid. What you guys thinking about that new raid? A little painful. Everybody's talking about that Mystic section and how your team dies. Oh. That's funny. So I'm very happy with this situation. I think this is fine. I also think if we one shot, I think we're feeling really comfy, right? Like, I think one shot across the board with my defense is probably a win. I think he's got everything, but I also think that I probably pick up a win. Oh, our raid's just launched. We'll go do a little bit of raids while we're doing this, guys, just to get my attacks in. We did 9 yesterday. We did 9 full clear, 100%. And we all revived and rezzed and pummeled our way through it and threw our team into death. We'll go do some more. And then we did 10 for all the easy nodes. But it was a struggle. No one knew the right answer of should we be going for 85% or 100%. But we went for 100%. And no one knows what to do going forward now. It's like because even I'm asking the question. I'm like, I don't know. This was kind of rough. Having to sack our team and revive it every node, it's kind of painful. You know. I hear the G20 Night Stalkers can do it, and it's clean, but I don't have a G20 Night Stalkers, and I don't got that kind of gear laying around to buff teams that are expiring. Ow, it hurts. Let's go hit some raids real quick, and then we'll go back in and we'll go do some more attacks. We'll go lose F4. Start here. I like to go place my spot. I go do my 6 attacks or whatever. Get him, Lady Bullseye. You got this. I believe we launched 9 again. I don't think we changed our difficulty. I think we're still a glutton for punishment. I'm hoping that when we get the next character, that's going to kind of solve the 85% problem. Pretty simple. I don't know. But that should activate all their kits, so hopefully that's enough for us to start feeling okay. We've already got the crit damage reduction from Lady Bullseye. We've already got the defense reduction from Iron Fist. I think Swordmaster's next, right? I don't know what he does. He gives Safeguard, which will stop the North Star from flipping us, which will help. No, she did not. No, I didn't lose anybody. Everybody's super low. So, that's good. So I think once we get the next character, I think we're going to be pretty solid as far as the Immortal Weapon team goes. And I don't know if we get someone next week. I kind of hope we don't, just because I'm tired of buying characters. Yeah, better than dead, exactly. This is all I do. I just stay here, and then I go usually spam the boss node down the road if it's needed. I let everybody else kind of go do their jazz. I just kind of help spread everybody out a little bit. Let's go join this. And we're going to go ram up our side on this side. We're going to do diff 10, which is just literally sim everything from what I've seen. The exception is, and I'm going to try simming the Mystic nodes today when I get energy. I'm not going to core it this time. and see if that's better. Because I played them yesterday and it felt horrible. I don't know if anyone else has had better results, but all the guys that said they simmed it said they just simmed and revived and it was fine. So I was gonna try that. See how that plays. Come in, hit all this stuff. Get him, Lady Bullseye, you got this. Okay, this is a Mystic node, right? No, this is Insidious Vulture Shocker. I can jump here, and then I can jump back over here, right? So I have a level 100 Moon Knight. I think I'm gonna go level him before we do this again, because I think every little bit helps. Night Stalkers. This is my team right now. Raider, Striker, Raider. Everybody stinks. I think she's a lot of pieces, right? I think she's a lot of pieces. I've already equipped him with everything they could have. This is the only guy I didn't like level. Sure, whatever. Maybe this helps. Is he 5? He is 5. Oh, we have a bajillion of these. Yep. Exactly. You got the right idea. I mean, every bit I think helps if we can make this cleaner. This is as big as oh, Man-Thing can have his piece? Absolutely. Is he 5? 3? Oh, he can have this. And that. Okay. That's as many stats as he's getting. Let's see what happens with that. So we're gonna go try to do this node. Not on 10, on 9. Moon Knight's going behind Man-Thing. This is thinking about loading or crashing, one of the two. Ah, I'm sorry. I don't know why it does that. You can go up to 10 when on 9. You can't go down. We launched 9 because you can't do the Immortal Weapon nodes right now, and 85% is, if you miss it, it's not worth it. So we did 9 100%, but we're turning up the nodes on 10 for the easy nodes to try to get the most points. This looks fine as far as positioning goes. We're going to sim and see what happens. Live? I think they're going to be dead, but we're... Alright, definitely dead. Okay. Let's go again. $250 cores later. Can you do it this time? Okay, it wins the second time. And then we'll try to do the next node with them too. So, that's better than nothing. I mean, I think 250, if they can sim this node, 250 cores a day is not unreasonable for the size of that team. Because that's what most people have. It's only 2 G20 characters, and the rest of them are G19 just maxed, right? So that's okay. And you only have to do -3 nodes a lane, right? You can miss one Mystic lane. You have to get the other nodes. and that's 85%. So we'll give that a shot. All right, so back to this. We got this done, no problem. I did try Night Stalkers with living weapons. It went terrible. I didn't try simming it. I tried playing it, and it's still just kind of they got annihilated. The living weapons died just as badly as the Night Stalkers team did when I tried. So it didn't go very well. It's like the living weapon team didn't have enough charges, and they also didn't have the revive mechanic yet because it's all locked behind the number of members. I think once you get the 4th member, though, you're fine. I'm pretty sure we're going to be fine when we get that. All right. I think we're on this plan. This is the next worst matchup that loses us the game. We are on the plan of Songbird specials on Xavier. We are blocking the Nightcrawler stun, and we are ulting with these two. And then we are specialing with Quasar. Oh, we could try that. I haven't tried that yet. I think it'd be fine. The only thing I think Moon Knight's really doing in that matchup is I think he's just standing there taking damage, which he might be better at than Lady Bullseye, because she doesn't really have any protection either. Other than I think she gets an immunity that gets flipped, so not really anything there either. I think's what happens, because I've played the nodes yesterday, and it's like North Stars and a bunch of characters that go before them. I don't like this either, but I think that's what we got. I think our plan is to try to murder Xavier before he takes the turn. I think I have to Fantastic Four. My other options is to try to not play these two, not play him, maybe play I don't think we can Daemon one shot, because we have to Fantastic Four if we want to stop Mephisto. Is the crappy part, because I don't have any way to stop him. And otherwise we're sacking Mephisto and doing bad things. So that's kind of my problem. Like, if we tried to do something else, like Daemon or something, like we run into dodge problems. If we try to do anything else, then Mephisto goes off and Mephisto does his things, which isn't great. Otherwise we're like sack Immortal, which feels horrible. Which, I mean, we could do, just not good. Or sack Daemon, which also feels not good. We could do that. We definitely could do that. Sack Daemon works. But I think I'd rather try to one-shot, and then if we have to, then we sack Daemon, I think. If we're on that plan. I think this is our attempt at trying to one-shot this. Which, I mean, it's straight up just kill Xavier. It's either kill Xavier or kill Mephisto, right? And we can play it from there. Either one of them can die, and we're happy. And we're just trying to play faster than them. If we kill Mephisto and don't kill Xavier, and this doesn't work out, then we probably can come in and clean it up with Immortal. Probably. And then deal with our problems in 4, which could be ugly, but we do have Daemon available. Or we sack again and then we kill it with Daemon. Also probably works. Especially since we have like all of the upgrade pieces for Daemon. I think this is our attempt at killing it. I'm sending it. I knew that we were gonna deal with some ugly Xavier rooms with my current plan, which is kind of this is like the worst case because they got like all of it together. Oh, yeah, thank you. This is special because it's unavoidable. This is alt. My Invisible Woman is like super great bard. Oh, that guy died. Get in there. No one's freaking dead. He is not even close to dead. He has so much health still. Special. Oh, he's gonna live. Frick. Has so much health. I wonder... We have to keep this because we need the double exhaust. Oh, I should have killed Mephisto. This is a problem. This does more damage, I think. This is 10%, but he won't heal. Yeah, I have to. Too much freaking health. The Nightcrawler's dead, but my ammo's gone, so I can't use that problem to solve it. Mephisto's still gonna do his stuff, so I now have to sack it again to be able to immortal it, because Mephisto, right? And I also didn't pull the null ability, which is also really bad. So I need to put a big sack into this so that I can pull some other abilities. It's fine. Hopefully it's fine. Yeah, I think I'm fine. Like, this is kind of one of those problems I was expecting to deal with, and it's fine. I think we're gonna throw we're gonna come back to this, I think, for a minute. We need to figure out what we're doing here, because one of my sack teams might be what goes in this room. Also, we need to figure out what we're doing with this room now, because we now are taking our immortal team, which was our plan in this room, which is not great. Can I one-shot that Super Scroll with Daemon? Yeah, this is a pivot time. Daemon can one-shot this room. With G19 Taskmaster, 100% can one-shot this room. Also, Thunderbolts don't heal anything if Thunderbolts don't got any HP, right? Yeah, I have a 2-diamond Daemon. Yeah, I hate pivoting, but it is what it is. It's never fun when your plan doesn't work out. This is probably the biggest problem now. I do have Old Man Logan, because we didn't use him. I do have all of Illuminati, right? These seem like good characters. Illuminati Null did Super Scroll Null versions of this. Daemon's tiny. There's no reason they can't do this room. Do I have another character that plays well into this? I think Aplock's playing with Daemon. Black Cat can play. This is 4. Blade Oath is already slotted for the Night Stalker room, so that's not an option. Actually, we can just go do that option. Let's make this option go away, right? Blade Oath Man Thing, Agatha. Grab big time. Yeah, Black Cat can play. That's not bad. Fix our slots. Seems good enough. Big time is going to hit into Man Thing, which means we don't get to hit who we want, so it's fine. Striker Raider, all seems good. Let's get her done. This is nice and easy. This will be fine. And technically, Mortal, we can drop a character if we want to too over there. It's not unreasonable because they don't actually have a tank, right? They don't have a tank that we need to do anything with. We also don't care about a special energy for the most part. So that's kind of some food for thought. Yeah, no one runs this. Everyone's kind of stopped for the most part because it's so easy to beat. Except Agatha's hiding in a corner. Die, Agatha, die. You jerk. Can you die? Thank you. Yeah, we've definitely shifted some. I never liked Night Stalkers on defense though. Like, I always thought they were too easy. Like, it just felt like the worst filler room ever. And people loved it. I don't know why. I never understood why. So, this will be decided with Sinister 6, and I don't think we're budging on that. There's no reason to budge. What do we have to deal with? What does he have? Um, 2 superior members, and he's got Sinisters. Who's he missing? He's got 2 Insidious. He's got him. So I have to take 1 more superior. No Vulture. Vulture's 10%, but not the Green Goblin Classic. So we do, we just do full superior, right? I think it's just full superior. We can do him. Take these 2. Grab Doc. That's just way more speed bar. We rewind and we just go to town. He is big, but I don't think it matters. Do we want 1, 2, 3, 4? Or sorry, it's 3. He's got 1, but he's also getting speed bar from him. But that's too Insidious, right? I think that's too Insidious. Let's save this real quick. I think that's too Insidious. I need to look at Vulture's kit. I forget what his 10% does. Vulture. He gets it for heroes. He gives Insidious allies 10% and Shocker. So he makes Spider-Man faster. So his Spider-Man would technically be faster than me right now. But that doesn't matter because we're just rewinding the max that we can. So this is fine. Raider, plenty of strikers. He's a striker, but I normally would switch him. But that's all I got. This is honestly fine. Get her done. It's just about being faster than them. Green Goblin goes first. Green Goblin rewinds everybody. We're going to deal with their Green Goblin and their Spider-Man, and then everything else falls apart from there. Their Spider-Man goes first and tries to flip, but we have stuff on him, so we'll just go with Green Goblin first. I probably should have gone for Spider-Man, but it is what it is. I already did it. So, Vulture's doing Vulture things. Now we get to hit Spider-Man with that one. Now Spider-Man stands there like a bozo. Get a little regen going on. Keep my guy alive. This hits everybody, right? Attack primary. This is the all. Let's do the all. Leave my character alone. Stop it. You freaking jerk. Yeah, get out of here. Ow. Get out of here. Don't heal. Get out of here. Alright. That solves that problem. Now we don't have to think about those ones anymore. Now we just gotta deal with my other problems. Because we weren't pivoting. Um... Hmm. 3-diamond G19 Super Scroll. I think Illuminati makes sense. I think Illuminati 3 is fine. We're gonna take Black Cat to get rid of the revives. He does not have Gore in here for some reason, so we get to keep our revives. That's kind of a big deal. I think that's gonna make this a lot easier than it should be. So that's kind of nice. We have 1 extra space, which I'd love a new character. I don't think it's Old Man Logan, because we just turn ourselves off. It's not great. Nothing gets us off the taunt very easily. We're just literally going to pummel our way through it, which is not lovely. But it is what it is, I guess. I want to keep APOC. Lady Bullseye? It's not the worst idea. We're stuck on the thing, though, which kind of sucks. We could use this guy, but I don't think it makes a huge difference. Doom I don't think does much. Strange? Strange does damage. Strange is AoE. Strange revives people, but we're probably reviving anyways, so we're fine. Ancient One does some damage. Lady Deathstrike does some damage. Elza Bloodstone does some damage. Vulture doesn't do a whole lot. But Vulture's not bad. He does get a little speed bar from him. Slow. Not sure who's the best damage dealer here. None of them are screaming at me. Hobo Goblin's probably the answer, actually. Hobo Goblin still puts out more debuffs with Shuri. We're gonna take Hobo Goblin. I think's what we're gonna do. Hobo Goblin and these guys. We are blocking speed stat, or speed bar. We are gonna take the speed up hit, but it is what it is. We have speed up too. Hobo Goblin at least puts more debuffs out. Seems good enough. Okay. Let's get in there. Give us that energy. I think I'd rather lock my buffs in, because we're going to take some hits and lose stuff otherwise. And we like that. Let's lock our buffs in. This Flip Swarm, right? Clears negative effects. It doesn't give immunity to everybody. Oh no, it does. It does give immunity, so let's do that. In Crucible it does. Okay. Pow. Oh god. That was scary. Get in there. We lived, though. Oh my. This is so much worse without Null. Null is such a good character. Hobo Goblin, kill people. Please. Get me off of that taunt. Oh. Blood, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. We're not hitting Thanos yet. I'm not ready to get my face tactical nuked and all my buffs gone, so let's kill some people over here. Alright, Super Scroll Metis Maker. Everybody else is kind of low, so I guess we can kind of go after Thanos now. That was scary. If this was a big guy, we would have not done this, by the way. Welcome in, welcome in. Also, I don't know why my alert's broken, but we'll have to figure that out. It's supposed to say hi to you, but it didn't. Hobo Goblin, kill people. Please. Get him, Hobo Goblin, thank you. Oh. Alright, scarier than I wanted, but it's a one-shot. We'll take it. And now we're at the problems zone. We're getting down to where we have all these not fun matches. I think we're on a Daemon one-shot plan here, because I don't think the Daemon one-shot plan's better over here, because everybody here is G20 and durable. So let's build a Daemon one-shot plan for this room. Let's do Yo-Yo, let's do Daemon, let's do APOC, because he gives extra damage. We need a Guardian, because there's no Xavier on the other side. Those all make good things go boom. I think we're kind of out of super fast characters that make things go boom. Oh, we need Strange. Duh. And we believe this should make things go boom. This is a big Daemon. This is 12. Ads, don't you dare hit fight. I can wait. How do I know when an ad's over? 60-second ad. Let me know when you guys are back, since Twitch decided to make premiere content ad blocked. Let me know when you guys are back. Wonder if I can figure out why my browser thing no longer wants to work. I'm not the best at it, but I try to be aware of the ads and wait for some of the fights. Like that's a good Walking Hate. I need to figure out how to know when ads are playing so that I can help with that. Cause yeah, ads suck. It drives me nuts when I'm like trying to watch you guys and I'm on my tablet and I get ads like during the fights or we're having a conversation. It's the worst feeling ever. It drives me nuts. So I fully understand as a common Twitch viewer. So are you back now? Are we able to enter? Memnock, oh, thank you so much for gifting a tier 1 sub to Walking Hates. Thank you, thank you. Look at that, he's got a fancy sub badge too. I'm slowly getting better. No sub emotes though, I'm sorry guys, we're not that cool yet. I tried making some today, and ChatGPT said screw off. So, let's go ahead and send it. Let's see what happens. Hopefully, this is a one-shot. G19 characters, can we make you go boom? So, we really want to kill something. Hit stuff. Alright, he has no barrier. That guy wants to die. He does have defense up, but we don't care. Smash! Get lost! Oh, we blew them all up. We didn't even care about the second hit. Thunderbolts, get out of here. Songbird, you also just died through it. You didn't even get the second hit. Offense up, Daemon. I legitimately think Blue Marvel needs to anti-offense up because Daemon exists in the game. And I know some people absolutely hate that take, but I think that's what that character needs. He needs to stop offense up until his first turn. Because otherwise people are just going to keep doing that. I'm at level 999, but I'm about to hit level 100. Does that anyone open up at level 100? No, I don't think anything does, because Blood Diamond, level 100 used to be the end game, and not really anything's changed. Oh yeah, G19. That is a kind of a big milestone. G19 is like the baseline that we take all of our characters to. So, oh look, Hype Train. Look at us go. We're all fancy in here, guys. So, when I level a character, like if I'm not, my plan is always G19. Like of any of the current like meta characters, that's like my baseline that I take characters to. It's 105 G19 purple 3. So that is kind of a big deal. Yeah, Mephisto kind of opens up too, that you're going to be able to start working towards. He's still a great character, one of our biggest still in our rosters. Huge, so that's also going to be fun. So you get to start working towards some of that. So that definitely opens some stuff up. So, but yeah, you're going to have a lot of fun. This guy's a lot of fun. This guy's still so good. Such a good character. And you're kind of doing it at the right time, because I think as soon as you get like 105, you're probably going to be joining us for the race to 110, which will be great. So that'll be cool. We know we haven't pulled Null's alt. We also know we didn't pull, I don't think we pulled Emma's alt. We didn't pull Mephisto's alt. I think we need to send something pretty big in here, so I'm thinking we're sending in Liberty. I think these are our friends we're sending with the 4-piece. And we're going to grab Mysterio, because Mysterio does Mysterio things. And we'll try to pull as much as we can with these guys, because they're nice and durable. Hopefully they'll stand there and take a beating. I think 110 could be January, maybe February. I think it's going to be tied to the Phoenix Force team again. It kind of looks like it's leaning that way, where they do the race and then put Phoenix Force tied to it like they did before. It seems to be kind of the common theme. Also noticed that Blue Marvel was tied to the purple 4 and 5. I think they're doing that with Phoenix Force also. I think that's just kind of going to be their trend from here on out. It seems like that probably is how it functions, tying it into the new mechanic coming out, because then they can kind of encourage people to push harder. I think they must have had some really good results with the Phoenix Force one, would be my guess. Xavier was tied to the G20 one, so it makes sense to me. Alright, let's send this. Let's see what happens. I'm close to getting sup. Stuck at nodes, can't remember which at the moment. Sup. Oh, Super Scroll. What the Super Scroll was G18. So Super Scroll gets a lot easier as you start getting G19 characters too. So just keep on rocking and rolling. If you work on your Mephisto characters at the same time, you'll end up in a situation where it gets better. Shut up and do your attacks. Let's send this. Push harder equals spend more. I didn't say that, Walking Hate. Push harder meant put G19 on your characters. Because you've probably been collecting it along the way, because a lot of our events just gave it to you. So he's probably got G19 ready to go. It's probably a pretty big milestone for him. We're just going to get bullied. We want to get bullied to death. There's, okay, so he did use his ultimate, so that's a special. That's fine. Keep going. Live, guys. I need everybody to live. Live, live, live. We need that Mephisto ultimate. Okay. None of these guys are going to take damage, I don't think. We have to hit him. More spending opportunities come up. You guys are terrible. You're not wrong, though. Oh. We didn't pull it. Oh, that's gonna not be fun. He's at least slow. Okay. We got a scary Mephisto, but everybody else has used their abilities. So it is what it is. It ain't great. Hopefully Immortal can get this done. I also don't have cable. Hopefully that doesn't matter. I didn't mention that part because he's on defense. Beast is the only one that's G19. Everybody else is G20. I believe I gave the 3 good characters purple 4, so they are a little bit bigger, but this is scary. Let's go, guys. So hopefully this is fine. Yeah, we shouldn't need cable, but we'll see. Hopefully it's fine. I don't love any part of what happened in our matchups, at least in this one. Okay. Stun Mephisto, stun Xavier probably. Xavier's on basic. Stun Mephisto feels safer. Stun X. Just go on X. They shouldn't do anything, ideally. He's back on alt, because we're that bad. This spreads, but it doesn't spread to anybody. This spreads to the most hurt one, which looks like it either is Mephisto or Null. It looks like it's Null, so we probably just alt. Because X doesn't cleanse it. Just do the most damage. Heal's fine. Pull everybody in, seems good. This is a striker hit, by the way, so let's just spread a little damage out, I guess. We got a nice 15 stack, we just gotta get there. Oh, it hurts. Stop it! I need that character! Come on, leave them alone! Oh, it hurts so much. Please die! Oh my! That is way too scary. That was purple for Storm, by the way. Purple 4 Storm was looking a little dead. Oh. 49 through 87. It looks like he hasn't attacked yet. That's not fun. Oh, yep, he did attack. Nice! Let's get him! So he dropped like crazy and he one-shot the last guy. Let's see what happened. He had cursed my Starjammer's hodgepodge crap. Nice. Let's go, guys. My crap room one got the best team out of everything. We'll take that all day. Ooh, he tried to immortal my Phoenix Force room. And then came in and cleaned it up. That must not have been the original plan. For him to blast our room too. Let's see what happened. I had a feeling that this lost, but I didn't think anybody would try it. This didn't feel like you're gonna try Immortal here. Stun Kestrel, because we probably can't stun anybody, makes sense. I believe Immortal protects against, don't they protect against rewinds? I think they do. Yeah, they just killed Greg and didn't get rewound. Okay, so that answers that question. He's got 19 stacks right now, so she's definitely got plenty of charges as a leader. I haven't seen anybody dame on this yet. That's what I'm waiting on, is somebody to dame on this. That's the whole idea. Follower goal. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Aspinero? Everybody got murdered except Fred because Fred's got leader health. Nice. We'll take it. Yeah, I want to see somebody try Daemon in here. I mean, the whole concept was to make Daemon not work, but I haven't seen anybody take the attempt yet. So we're kind of waiting on that. I'm not watching that. That's a waste of time. I'm assuming this wasn't his first plan, though, for him doing that. Oh, he found traps. What'd he do here? Oh, he sacked it. So he sacked it, pulled the abilities, I'm assuming, and then went in there with Starjammers, which I do believe this room beats Starjammers on a one-shot. I do think it works on a two-shot, which kind of proved what he did. That's what everybody's done in this room so far, by the way, is they come in for the two-shot. Right. They wouldn't get off Mummy, and then bad things happen. That's exactly the thought process. That was the whole idea behind this with Mummy, is Mummy kind of prevents Starjammers with the other additions to the team. Which so far that room has received Immortal on a second hit and Starjammers on a second hit. I'm not upset so far with that room. Okay, Old Man Logan and Odin seems reasonable enough. Probably gets her done. Oh, he did not have fun. He came in and double sacked my Mephisto room because he used all my other friends in the other rooms. I wonder. Liberty, Undying, and then Vigilante cleaned up. Interesting. I didn't even know Vigilante could clean this up. That's an interesting cleanup. Has anyone ever seen Vigilante clean up Xavier? Is this lucky? Okay, he ulted. Xavier went before the monkey. Yeah, Emma Frost went before the monkey too. Mephisto's on special. Into monkey. Monkey's taking hits. Monkey finally gets his turn, gets to hit Nightcrawler. Okay. This feels super safe. Jug did some damage, but nothing crazy. But yeah, that felt super safe. Good for him. I didn't know that worked. I'm gonna have to remember that one if we're on the double sack plan. And he went for the one shot. Ooh. So this... Okay, so he had Britain available. He used Fantastic Four and Quasar. Okay. I wasn't sure if this would work or not. Let's see here. Crimson hits the button, right? Quasar does Quasar things. Murdering Odin, which makes sense. Just everything's too fast. He just easy gets it done. Interesting. Does that make this room bad? Not pulling a curse is kind of a problem. Pulling Fantastic Four is still good, though. And so far, everybody I've matched against has a Cursed and F4 on offense. And Starjammers. All three of them. But I really wanted a Curse to go here. So the Curse is not going here. Having a Curse go here was interesting. I also think a Curse can go here and it's reasonable. I may have to think about this room a bit. I don't love F4 going here. Because F4 going here really opens up a Curse to a lot of more homes. Because we know a Curse wins here, and we know a Curse probably wins here. I don't know that a Curse wins here, but I assume a Curse wins here. I haven't seen that yet. Also, a curse probably wins here. Probably. So, like, a curse just gets whatever it wants for free. But I kind of want a curse, like, how do you make a curse always go here? Is it Mephisto? If Mephisto's here, what does a curse always go here? Because a cursed beats a cursed, but a cursed Mephisto's kind of obnoxious, especially for non-accursed things to go into. But F4 probably still deals with it, right? F4 still probably can beat a cursed Mephisto. What about a cursed leader? If the cursed leader's here, does F4 get it done? I'm actually not sure. F4 is now having to go through extra health. Do they run out of steam? They only have to kill one. How close were they? Undying? I don't think Undying ever beats a Cursed, right? Or are you just talking about Undying in that room? I mean, Undying's fine as, like, the 6th best team. Like, it pulls stuff, but it doesn't pull, like, super good stuff. What I'm trying to force is, like, I want to force a Cursed into a certain room, right? So that the idea is that when it comes down to the situation that I've got other rooms that a Cursed would like to do but can't do. So, they had the Murder Odin there. Everybody's super low, but if they single target a little bit more, probably one of these members is dead, but we'd have 50% more health and armor. You've had huge punch-ups against the Cursed. Interesting. So you've had Undying beating a Cursed. Is that what you're saying, Blood Diamond? I haven't seen anyone do that. Really? Now I'm super curious on that one. Full Cursed, or is it like different variations? Yeah, I've not seen anybody do that. I bet you that this team here doesn't have enough damage against Leader Cursed. They look like they run out. It looks like they'd run out. Which is very interesting. Which might force the accursed matchup, but it does mess up this room, but this room stinks anyways. This room's just kind of like B tier whatever. I can make a better room than this. If this was leader, I think that might force my hand on what I want them to do. Maybe. And that would possibly create the situation that I want. And then Odin will figure something out to do with Odin. Odin's also a good offense tool. Like, I'm not against Odin being on offense. And I kind of knew I was donating Odin here. Like, if this was a cursed leader... Do I move? I think we're still okay with leader getting hit. And yes, and before Kestrel was used, we used Ares. Interesting. I'd have to test that. I'm not even sure. I'm super curious on that. So, what, a curse goes first, doesn't kill anything pretty much, and then Undying goes? They don't bounce off the Helverine stuff though. Don't they kind of get smeared and stuff and stuck? She's what, 115 after Helverine? She's before Helverine, but she doesn't do a whole lot. She does like nothing. How does this work? This seems really odd. Are you talking about Crucible too? Like, Helverine smears them and stuff. Defense. They can't be rewound, so Dregs don't do a lot. The taunts are kind of nice. Dealing with your 2-yo at the moment. Okay. No, you're good. I appreciate the interaction. You know, I've never even heard of anybody doing that, so you're teaching me stuff. Huh. The bleed part would get flipped, but again, Helverine puts a trauma out there. That's all war offense, defense. Kestrel's all war offense too, isn't she? Crit, war offense. Huh. If this was leader, do I want to try leader here? It kind of baits Mephisto in here, which is kind of nice, but then we're in a problem where Mephisto can't play here. And then we're back to Daemon's doing Daemon things, which is ugly. I don't love leader. I think I like leader here better, I think. Still. I mean, the thing that comes to my head is Emma. Emma really screws with F4 in this matchup, but then what people do is they just sack it and bring in Vigilante or something along that lines. And I think that's also kind of not great, even though it does get a win. But it is cheaper than bringing Odin. I may just leave Odin. Am I upset with them taking that? Like, I'm still trading a curse for F4. I'm not trading a curse for, you know, one of my other rooms, but maybe it's okay. My problem is then a cursed probably goes here. At least that's where I'd put a cursed. That still leaves you the situation, which is still a win in one room. One win is not that good though. Where did we get wins? Got a win here. One win here seems reasonable. Shouldn't have gotten 2 wins there. It's not good enough. It's really not. Let's see. If Odin wasn't here, does Odin make the follow-up into this room better? Kinda. So what if we just go back to this? We just go full accursed. Or accursed Mephisto. I'm open to either right now. I haven't decided. What if Odin was here instead? Because what's happening in this room is people are following up with brutal, like, they're just murdering it, right? But if Odin's here, things get much harder to murder. We're not stopping speed stat. So what happens if F4 comes in here, right? F4 comes in here, goes first. Blue Marvel probably can take those hits, I think. Interesting. If Blue Marvel takes those hits, what happens? Blue Marvel getting smashed by F4. What's that look like? We can kind of simulate that a little bit. Hey, welcome in, Midnight. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. My follower thing's broken, so I apologize. I will figure out how to make it fixed. It was showing stuff for you guys, so I don't know why it's not now. I'm gonna have to figure that out. So, I got an idea. I've got a couple ideas. Because Blue Marvel is doing good things in his room, but he's kind of falling apart on the secondary hits against like Immortal and against Starjammers. And we can kind of simulate this a little bit. I'd love it if it was an F4 without X. I don't know if our team has any. X. Okay, this one, it's Mephisto. X. No F4. Maybe here. No F4. No F4. Weird comps. It ain't looking favorable for testing what I want to test. Okay, we're going to X. Fuck it. We're grabbing Blue Marvel. I want to just see the damage more than anything. We're gonna grab Odin. Let's grab Mummy. Duck. Because we're not blocking speed stats, so they're going to go before us. I just want to see what it looks like when they go before us. And our last character was Super Scroll. So there is some good things going on here. Or does this just get murdered? And this wouldn't be the the team you take in. You probably aren't taking X. But X is slow enough that he shouldn't matter that much. I don't think. It should give me an idea of what happens. It should. They're gonna smash us. Smash. Okay. He rebounds. That's fine. Odin's freaking dead. Also smash. Okay. The silence is bad because that means Mummy just stands there. Blue Marvel took the hits like a champ, though, by the way. Blue Marvel said, screw you. But I don't think Blue Marvel can win from this position. Like, Blue Marvel would have stripped them all at that point. X wouldn't be there, so X wouldn't do X things. X just deleted me. Crazy. And then Super Scroll would have gone. But I also wouldn't have had that on me at that point. If that was F4. We also took some damage from that stuff. I feel like F4 would be scary into that matchup. But I don't feel like Odin leveled it up. I feel like Odin felt squishy. Because F4 does that much damage. Which is a little interesting. Which has kind of been like the topic that we've been kind of covering with Blue Marvel is Blue Marvel needs to play with not A-tier characters because Blue Marvel, when you put it with A-tier characters, gets an A-tier answer. And when it's an A-tier answer, you lose. Right? F4, Accursed, Starjammers, blah, 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 blah. I'm kind of leaning towards Mephisto here. But I think F4 still solves the Accursed Mephisto. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that can level up that shell while stopping F4 that's smart enough. F4 doesn't stop speed up. It does put taunt out there. Did he bring Johnny? Who did he bring? Or did he bring roly-poly guy? This was round 1. I want round 2. He took Johnny because it's more damage, right? And he was kind of close on the damage problem. Which, I mean, that worked out well for him. Odin does create a problem, but not if those two teams go in there. He's a protector. What if he wasn't here? What if it was Helverine and, I'm gonna ask some dumb questions. What if this was Helverine Yo-Yo and Jug wasn't on the field? Putting offense down out. You can now target who you want. Jug's not gonna heal people. Jug's not gonna give him safeguard. Helverine and this dude are still doing ugly things. But you're now fighting through offense down. I guess Quasar solves that problem. Alright, dumb question answered. We're over that idea. What about Dorm? If Dorm's here, they now have to answer with a Black Cat, which also likes to go into room 4. It's not the worst idea. Or they have to answer it with a Cursed. Thank you again for the follow, Jayhawk Flywheel. Also, I hope that means you're a KU fan. What do you do if you're in that situation and they revive? Well, probably if you put Dorm in there, I Daemon you, right? Daemon already is good into a Cursed. Daemon into a Cursed probably already does dumb things. That's a bad idea. Okay, keep going. How do you stop F4? Can you stop F4? Maybe you can't. In which case, am I just donating? I mean, the way you stop F4 is probably Leader, right? Leader probably can get it done with the extra armor and health. Kind of lower that damage down a bit. On top of having... I mean, the problem is F4 is super powered right now, like, because those teams are all going to Blue Marvelous event. Which is kind of the problem, and they're too fast. Speed up characters would be really good into F4, but I don't think there's a single speed up character that makes sense to play with this team right now that's good. It's on spawn speed up that's good enough by himself. It just doesn't exist. This has the chance to speed up the whole team, which is interesting, but I think bad. I might just be overthinking this. We're winning. Why are we messing up our winning plan? It's kind of the conversation that I'm coming back to. We're already winning. Why are we messing up our winning plan? I just think that, there is a plan where they win. But everyone I've versed is 100% offense. Why am I upset about 100% offense having an opportunity to win? Like, I don't feel like we've had that bad of an opportunity so far. If we're being completely honest. I think we need to stop overthinking this. Right? What we're doing seems fine. It's still a pretty taxing defense. And, I mean, it comes back to this conversation of this team. Is this team even an acceptable defense? Is it fine? It's doing okay things right now, but and against somebody smarter, I'm not, and I'm not saying my opponent's not smart because I think they are. They one-shot it, right? Um, Someone that understands, the concepts behind these teams and where a curse can go and what they can do, which I don't even know very well. I'm still learning myself. Um, that might be, if that team would have gone into something else, I think this guy would have had a pretty good chance at winning, which concerns me because if they had to answer this team, could they have answered this team without a curse, right? This team is kind of on the fast side. He obviously didn't have a speed stop for it, which was part of the problem, I'm guessing, is why he put a curse into it. We still are getting 15% speed stat plus the 5% speed bar. That's still 20% that they have to deal with. That 20% is not easy to deal with. I get why he did what he did. So, I don't know. My thought is you could have blast started, but he also tried to, and that might have been the secondary result of him trying to do room 3 the way he did, with doing this, what he did in room 2, I'm sorry. When he did this with the Mortal, he might have had the plan that Blastar was going in 1. It wouldn't surprise me. I don't know. I mean, that's kind of interesting that he chose to do that, but I guess Immortal couldn't have gone into 1, right? Immortal probably couldn't beat this. If Immortal into here, they stop at 5%, but they don't stop all this. This entire team goes first, goes to town on him, right? Hey, welcome in. Welcome in, guys. I appreciate everybody coming over and saying hi. Welcome, welcome. How's it all going tonight? We just finished up Crucible. If you guys would like to see anything, I'm kind of talking through some defense right now because we beat our opponent. We beat the last 2 opponents, but it's very much not what I expected as far as the results. Like, they threw a curse at my room 1, which I'm happy about. That is a great place for it to go. My question, though, is they beat my room 6 without using a curse, which is what I expected them to do. One of Pravida 1, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate that. Let me see if I can fix this information for you guys. Why is it doing this? Refresh cache on current page. Let's see what happens with that. Refresh browser when Steam becomes active. Let's try that, see if that doesn't fix it. Shut down source when not visible. Refresh. Nothing. Huh. Why does that not work? I don't know. Stream elements. Dashboard. Streamer tools, overlays, elements isn't in here. Copy URL. Let's try doing it again. Page not found. This is what I was using. Use element. Delete. Add. Alerts. Stupid thing. Stupid thing is what I'm gonna go with here. Shall we try something else? $600, $160. Alright, well, we'll figure that out later. It's broken. All the ones I try seem like they're broken, which makes no sense. Something ain't liking it. It is what it is, guys. We'll just deal with it. Yeah, I don't love F4 going into this. Which, if this is leader out of here, this whole team's concept is gone, and we have to do something different with Phoenix Force. Because we don't want Phoenix Force to just be Daemon food. But this might be as good as it gets for this team. Because I don't think Mephisto solves the problem. I don't think Odin solves the problem. I mean, because we tried F4 and it went like crap. What did our F4 look like? Our F4 was this, which went horrible. But he also had Null in here, and we had Xavier. Like, he was way leveled up as far as like what it did. How did his Null hit go? His Null hit wasn't super clean. If that was a cursed Null, I don't think that's better. And I don't think a cursed Blue Marvel is better either. It just might be what it is. It just might be able to do it. He took Odin in here with Old Man Logan. Okay. Honestly, if this wasn't Odin, this looks like it was so scary. Which maybe means it's fine. Because F4 didn't come in here, which F4 a lot of times comes in here. This was Odin on offense too. I mean, this guy had everything on offense. Am I really upset about this? I don't think I am. I think we're going to leave our stuff alone. I mean, he literally had everything on offense. I mean, he committed Odin to this. It still pulled a really good team, which was where I kind of expected F4 to go. Because that's kind of what everybody's been doing. That's still an Odin commit. Seems fine. Honestly, it seems fine. I think we're overreacting to it. I think this is fine. Also, I was thinking about her as healer to give Greg more health because it'll give her more health. Let's go do that for her real quick. That was one of the things I was thinking about the other day. Hella. Not Yo-Yo. Hella. Because Hella's not actually taking turns. Hella doesn't do anything. Hella's role is to stand there and spawn Gregs. And more health Greg has, the better. 9362 with 50% kind of gets him out of that Daemon range, which is kind of the goal. Healer, healer, striker, striker, raider, that's all fine. Most of those I can't change anyways. Everything here is fine as far as what's going on. I would like to find a better character to go here, which Odin would fit that role as far as a better character. Odin here probably elevates the team too much, though, because people aren't going to sack into Odin attacks. They just aren't going to do that, like, right? Which probably means you throw a curse at this or something like that, which is interesting because it does still force your curse somewhere, and it creates a problem. But if you throw a curse at this, like, I don't know. I think it's fine. I mean, with what we're doing right now, we're still creating that situation where it's hard to one-shot across the board. I think we're elevating enough. I think. And I don't think Lady Bullseye is, like, big enough to, like, make a play. I don't think, right now. And because she's not, it is what it is. What do we got left to do? Spend some campaign energy. Let's go ahead and do that. What about you guys? Has anyone got an interesting Crucible going on today? We got Dorky Dad on. We've got Walking Hate on. Let's see. Get this stuff done. I think we'll probably go hang out with Walking Hate. Send everybody that way. I'm sure he's getting ready to do his Crucible too. Great difficulty. Do we have the last attack in here? Let's see. Not quite. Okay. Rank 2? This guy hits me every time, by the way. Blue Marvel is getting annihilated. This guy comes in and does the same attack onto my Blue Marvel team, by the way. This is my defense, or not this defense. My defense is I'll show you. But he's doing this, right? He's coming in with 3F3 Xavier Daemon, and then he's coming in and just annihilating him. And this is what I've got on defense at all ISO 5, with the exception of him, he's ISO 4. And getting it done every single time. So we come in here, and what he's got on defense is also easy to beat. You just bring Emma, and you go first, and no problem. So you come in here, you go against Emma. All of his characters just kind of stand there, and we kill X and then go to town, easy peasy. But it is interesting that Blue Marvel is going to literally doing basically nothing other than what APOC did. He's not changing like anything about the matchup. Come in here, we ult, get on X, make X dead, Daemon accidentally falls over. Daemon on defense is not the play. But Daemon on offense seems to be working quite well for anyone that's doing it, by the way. Oh, we're making noises, we did something. What was that? That noise made me jump. I don't even know what it was. We'll figure that out later. I have no idea what that noise was, by the way. It was just loud. And I have no idea if you guys heard it or not, if it was just me, but it was interesting. So, gets her done, no problem. But yeah, anyone that's dealing with Blue Marvel, Big Daemons seem to be able to get through them. I just thought that'd be interesting for you guys to know. Also works in Crucible. Same idea. Not so much F4, but what people are doing is they're taking Daemon with all the damage boosts and just making him dead that way. They're using things like Iron Patriot, Strange Heartless, who else? Oh, why is it doing that? Why is it making all those noises? Okay, I did something. It's when people talk. Is it this? Let's try this. Maybe that'll solve it. I somehow made it like ding, and I was trying to fix alerts, and now I made alerts when people talk. It's crazy. Oh, I'm a bad streamer. I don't know what happened to my alerts. I broke them all, and I didn't even do anything. um. So Blue Marvel gets to hit things first, which is kind of cool, but he's on offense, so he does it locally. He doesn't do it to everybody. That big disrupt trauma thing is probably the best feature of Blue Marvel as far as like what he does. That kind of helps stall out some characters as far as like what can play into him. But you're also seeing like with everybody that's attacked my Blue Marvel, they just sack it anyways, and he just kind of stands there. Like that's kind of been the outcome I've had for my Blue Marvel every time someone's done it. And I've seen other people that are one-shotting Blue Marvel completely. I don't know if you guys have gotten to verse him or do anything like that, but it's interesting. He's not been that impressive so far. Other than just creating like a new environment. Like he doesn't feel like he's rewarding for as expensive as he was. Like in this matchup, he really is just the APOC effect. Like he's not even like doing something himself. He's just kind of being the battery that he is. Stand there, block Emma in case somebody tries to be cheeky. And for some reason, it's matching me with a bunch of non-Xavier teams, which is kind of interesting in itself. Just kind of come in here, hit all those guys, flip all their buffs, which does keep them from getting offense up, which is great. Xavier probably should have purple 5, by the way. He hits so hard. I probably should go do that. Xavier's that good of a character still. That's probably the character that should have purple 5 immediately after completing the Blue Marvel trial, if I'm being honest. Though Xavier purple 5 really doesn't make that big of a difference, because Xavier never takes a turn, right? What Xavier purple 5 does is it makes his mind control slightly stronger. Oh look, it's Asgas with Spider-Man. Spider-Man go first and ability block somebody? I'd be curious. Oh, he took Yo-Yo also. Oh, his Blue Marvel got annihilated. Oh, because I'm on the defense side, my guys probably went and autoed or before I loaded in. Interesting. I should have targeted Xavier, but it looks like he died anyways. Splat. That's all about who goes first. Nothing's different there. We need one more. Get her done. This should be the last one we need, I think. Some stuff. There we go. Maxes that out, so now we only have to do the first two. Perfect. Let's go send you guys off to Walking Hate. I'm sure he's about to do Crucible. We'll go see what he's up to. It's been fun hanging out tonight. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. If you haven't yet, please follow the channel. That'll help us get the notifications out to you guys. It helps us grow the channel. Also, you can follow the YouTube. That's where the VODs go. And we might start doing some videos and things. We haven't decided, but I know some people are asking, so, you know, we'll keep on kind of rolling with that stuff. I appreciate everybody that came in and hung out tonight. I hope everybody enjoyed it. I hope everybody learned some stuff and watched me make some mistakes. And we'll do it again tomorrow. So let's raid out. We're gonna go hang out with Walking Hate. He looks like he's getting ready to do some stuff. Alright guys, you guys have a good one. We'll see you guys tomorrow.